Hello, everybody. My name is, and welcome back to yet another Tone Tuesday. Finally, we're back after some amount of months. I don't remember, but we're back. And you may notice there is not a bass in my hands. That's very odd, Eli. Why don't you have a bass in your hands? Well, you know, it's just one of those days. So today, what are we doing? Well, get this. So I released a single called Become Machine. Right? It's out now. All platforms. Go listen to it right now. And on the track, there is a very weird robotic guitar sound that I managed to get. And I was like, dude. And I said this to my non-existent friend, right? I was like, dude, imagine if I did a Tone Tuesday on that. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to try and redial that in. If you haven't heard it yet, here's what it sounds like. Raw. I dubbed it the sauce. All right, that's all you're getting for now. Very weird, very spacey, very, I imagined it as some kind of like robotic kind of like voice in your head. I don't know. I thought it was really cool. It was really neat. What are we doing? Well, so check this out. I got it all for free. Free plugins. The Valhalla free suite. I love it. It's great. Space modulator, supermassive, fucking frequency echo. Delicious. Vinyl from Isotope. Nut. You ever want to do lo-fi stuff? Vinyl. Get it. It's good. So, what do we do first? Well, I had to get a reference because I don't quite, it was one of those things where it was like 3 a.m. and I'm like off my rocker and I was like, I'm just going to start throwing things together. And now we're here. So, first things first, let's get a space modulator. Right. We're going to crank it just like my hog. And that's it. What does that sound like? Not great, but that's the point. It's not supposed to sound great. It's supposed to sound like, you know, really weird pitches together because it's not supposed to be humid, dang it. Then we're going to go into a supermassive. Really good. And we're going to crank this over to note because I do not, let it be known, my friendship with milliseconds on any kind of like modulation setting, my friendship's terminated. I'm now under the note gang. Because why would I don't know what 300 milliseconds translates to. Yeah, I could probably do some math. Yeah, I have an engineering degree, but I don't want to do that. I'm playing guitar, dang it. I don't want to think about like, if you take the total amount of milliseconds per second and then divide it, that'll get you shut up. Shut up. Anyway, so we're gonna crank that to an eighth note. You can do whatever. It's not really important. And then we're gonna go warp. Crank it. Crank the warp. And that's it. And here's... Wait! Whoa, we're missing a piece. Look at this. Virgo. Let it be known, I'm a Taurus. And they don't even have a Taurus... Wow. Wow. Alright, cool. No Taurus representation? Cancel these fellas right now. I kid. We're gonna go to Virgo mode. And here is what that sounds like. We're getting really close. You know, in and of itself, that sounds really good, just on its own. I say that as if this has any musical quality to it. It's really just like some of that like background sauce. It's like sprinkles on a cupcake. It's like they don't add any nutritional value whatsoever. But they're good. I mean, I don't know. What am I talking about? Anyways, let's add one of the last pieces to this. We're going to add a frequency echo. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we are going to leave it. It looks like I just left it. Dude, this is a prime example of I was just throwing things together just to throw them together. I was like, you know what? Let's just throw the frequency echo on. Who cares, man? Who cares? That already is extremely better. We're getting there. So now, the final element. The what is it? The je ne sais quoi? Is that what the French term is? I don't... no, excuse me. Let's add the pièce de résistance. Whatever that French means. I don't know, man. I don't speak French. That's the language of quitters and surrenderers. And I don't do that because I'm American. I fight for my oil, damn it. All right. So we got vinyl. The lo-fi machine. Dude, this thing is goated with the sauce. We're going to turn on the lo-fi feature, aptly named, because it lo-fi's it. The wear is going to stay the same. The gain and the model are going to stay the same. We're going to take the dust down. I don't like having those little going in. It's distracting. I don't need it. But I do want the warp, because the warp is going to change the pitch as if it was like on a really bad, busted vinyl record. So, all in all, when you put it together, you get, all in all, every piece combined. We finally have So, while this is really cool, the problem that I have with it is that you really have to play it like it's somebody talking for it to like work. For it to work, you know? Like, I can't just go like... You know, I can't do that. I can't do a little like... Doesn't work. You know, you can't like, I can't shred on it, you know? I can't do like the Meshuggah like... It just doesn't work. It's not built for that. You kind of gotta go up high. You kind of gotta, you know, sauce it like you were talking to somebody, you know, like, hello. Exactly like that. You know, kind of like, I found that finding random spaced out notes seems to work the best with this. You know, not a lot of like massive chords either. I mean, you could. I mean, let's play some chords. Let's do some stuff, right? You could play. You know, and I'm not a guitarist. Very evidently, I'm not a guitarist. But I mean, this really isn't bad. I know like two chords. I know my E. Actually, it's F because I'm tuned differently, but whatever. I know my Fs. I know my whatever this is. You know, now that I'm playing it, it really isn't offensive to the ears. Just as like a little chord thing. I definitely would never in my life would I ever use this as like a main musical feature. You do like the, what is it, the Call of Cthulhu? Yeah, whatever that is. You can do that. I mean, it's cool. Now that we have this very simple 4 plugin chain, let's do what we do best on this channel, and let's make it suck as much as possible. I didn't even turn up the warp. Ugh. You know, honestly, it didn't sound that bad with the warp all the way down. I think if you turn down the warp, you get more of like just the more musical aspect of it all, you know, like a... What's that one riff I do from Shadow of the Talisman's Dead with the Devil? You know, that's honestly not bad either. So you can turn the warp down to your taste, you know, that seems to work. What happens if we take off the lo-fi? Let's let's try it out, you know? Ooh, now we're talking. Now it's a little better, you know. Now we're working with some chords and we're working with some shapes and stuff. It doesn't sound horrible. All right. What happens if we leave the lo-fi on? What if we go to, because we haven't touched the frequency echo. What if we changed some stuff on here? I know we're already kind of doing some pitch things over here, but let's try it out. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that sounds horrible. Crank it. Interesting. Feedback. Let's turn that down. I mean, that's not horrible. What? Delay. Ooh. 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 You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of that one game. I think I talked about this on an earlier Tone Tuesday, but it reminds me of that one game, Off. I don't know why, but I have like a deep fascination with like the atmosphere they make in that game. It's very like off-putting. That's kind of like the name. I don't know. I have a deep infatuation with that, so I think this kind of reminds me of that. Let's go away from that though. What if we turned off this? Maybe we do that. We turn off the lo-fi. Go back. Turn up the where. What if we changed? Oh, we do like a. Well, that's not bad. I'll turn down the where. Turn down nowhere. How about that? Turn down the warp. Go back to 1970. Let's play with the Supermassive. Let's do Orion. I mean, that's not bad. It's not bad. What about Aquarius? Yeah, I'm an Aquarius. I'm not feeling this. I'm not. Large cloud. Yep. I'm not even gonna bother pronouncing that second word. It's just large cloud. You leave that on, turn that off. What do we get? Ooh, that's pretty. I'm not mad at that at all. What if we go to do the classic dotted eighth note trick? All of a sudden, I'm really liking this. What if we turned up the rate? I'm also really liking that. A lot. Maybe we do... Not at 16th. Double it. Wait, hold on. I gotta find this, dude. I'm not a guitar player. To show, you know, there's free plugins are like the move, and I get it. Like, you want to pay for stuff because it's cool, you know. Like, I don't get me wrong, I love me some paid synths. I love some of that, you know, that good that money can get you. But, you know, it really goes to show if you just have like precise tools that just do a lot, you know, for free, you could do whatever. I mean, seriously, like I cannot stress this enough. Like free plugins are goated with the sauce, and if you just learn how to use them and like you learn them in and out, front to back, you know, you can really just get whatever you need that sounds professionals all get out, you know? You can do that stuff. It's not super hard. And that's kind of why I want to encourage you guys to explore with what you have, explore, innovate. And that's kind of the point of the series. I want you guys to take things that you have, work on them, figure them out, in and out, play with them, do weird things. You know, just explore. Because, I mean, you know, Jared Dines said it like, like a week ago. You know, it's everything so stale. Shut up. No, I kid. But everything is so stale, so why not explore the tools that you have? Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, the Fortin suite is great, but like, what else can we do? What other plugins do we have? What other things do we have? What can we get that is so out there that it'll draw people to whatever you're doing? And hey, who knows what you'll find? Anyways, that's it for my philosophical rant. I'm done with that. You know, go back to playing your jaunt, whatever. So with that said, I think that's gonna wrap it up for Tone Tuesday today. I've been Elijah Kinney. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, please. Any sort of shilling you could do for me, I would really appreciate that. You know, and I've never been good at ending things ever. So. Yeah, whatever that was really good. I think we'll end on that.